Everyone has to be able to communicate with each other. We specialize in boat transport.
We've worked with Bishops numerous times in the past, always had a great experience with them. Knew they were the right people for the job.
You have to have a lot of patience. Got escorts, we got to worry about permits. For something this big, we got to worry about state police. Very difficult, and it's the most stressful thing that I've ever done in my life.
I make sure that the boat gets delivered safely. It only takes 1 second for something to go wrong.
Herbie, last car. After that, we got to go oncoming. He hit all the wires over there. Just go slow, just go slow, go slow.
They have to skirt some laws to be able to get through intersections, and here basically just to maintain safety.
One thing comes out of line and there can be issues.
Leaving here is going to be our first obstacle because we got a very sharp turn. My name's Herbie. I'm a driver for Bishop's Marine Transport. We transport oversized boats across the United States. Center-wise, we're looking pretty good. Crazy this morning. We had a lot of people, a lot of moving parts. Everybody has to be on the same page. This load, the worries are everything. This is a 30,000-pound boat, 14 foot, 8 inches wide, 17 foot tall, which we can't even ride on any interstates or expressways.
It's not going that way any. If anything, as long as it's going straighter to the...
We're a boat transport company here in Central Florida, and we are handling and catering the transport of an Accelerator Boatworks 47 coming from North Carolina to Florida today. So the characteristics that we're looking for in drivers mainly is patience. This job takes a lot of patience. It's extremely stressful. When you get into a situation where there's a lot of moving parts, to act quickly, you need patience for that. I put Herbie on this job because great ability to keep people calm in certain situations. He's the perfect driver for this job.
Every project for us is pretty much a one-off project. Never really build the same boat twice. Just like the boat that we're delivering here today. It's an outboard boat, a custom boat, a bigger boat. Very unique. I honestly can't tell you another boat that sits on the water today that has all the same features that this boat has.
Stop! Stop!
I got one. No, I'm not gonna take those. I'm gonna take those. Okay. I strap all my loads down because I'm the one responsible for them, and I have the experience strapping them down. So I'm gonna strap it down the way I want to do it, the way it needs to be done correctly. Tight.
The biggest ways that we can support our drivers, especially Herbie in this situation, is making sure they have everything that they need. Phone numbers, they have to have people they can talk to, they have to have the support in place. To all of our escorts, everyone has to be able to communicate with each other. So we make sure that that happens so this goes smooth.
We'll almost be ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
Pretty much my job role is to make sure that the driver can get down the road safely and make sure traffic is aware of what the load is. Make sure we don't hit any bridges, tree limbs, power lines, anything like that could damage the load or damage anything around the area.
Yeah, I'm following you. Wherever you go, I'm going. Wherever you stop, I'm stopping too. Yes, sir.
It only takes 1 second for something to go wrong.
Got to turn on all our switches, our brakes, make sure our brake gains are on where they should be, make sure we're in tow mode, and we're ready to get moving. Now, leaving here is going to be our first obstacle because we got a very sharp turn and we got to take this very wide with our 57-foot trailer.
One thing comes out of line and there can be issues.
People think we're just your everyday truck driver. It's got a little bit to do with driving, but there's so many other things in play. Your surroundings, construction areas, heights on bridges, clearances, 1 lane, 2 lanes. It's very hard to drive an oversized load on a 1-lane road. Now, there's much, much more to my job than just driving.
We're required on permitted routes when there's something that's either too wide, too tall, or too long. A lot of times traffic violations may have to skirt some laws to be able to get through intersections, and here basically just to maintain safety. We have to get cars pushed off to the shoulder into driveways and parking lots. If a load is wide and cars aren't paying attention, they can easily run into the load, damage their vehicles, hurt themselves, other people. We're here for visibility.
Just go slow, just go slow, go slow.
It's very nerve-wracking. The most stressful thing that I've ever done in my life.
Go more left if you can, a little bit. Go left, a little bit left.
You always have conflicts. It's how you go through them that's important.
Okay, good, just go nice and slow. Alright, come back to the right now. You cleared it, you cleared it.
Sometimes we gotta get on the grass. Sometimes we gotta get on curbs. Sometimes we gotta do things that we don't want to do, but it's part of the job.
You have a intersection where there are a lot of traffic is coming through. That's where these FHP and highway patrol officers we are required to have per state come into play and help us maneuver around these items, because without them, then you are stuck in traffic as well when you're an oversized dimensional unit.
I got stuck my first trip in Long Island, New York. Radio shut off for a second and my escort told me to go left and I went right. I got stuck in the streets of Brooklyn. I had to back up for a quarter mile to be able to get back out again. Besides the size of this boat, that's been the most stressful moment in my career doing this.
With a job of this stature, you end up running into a lot of issues with pedestrians and people just that are not used to seeing this size of a vessel on land moving by road. So with that said, you have to make sure that you're aware of them and what they're doing and be able to adapt. Sometimes it is better just to stop and adjust to what everything is doing around you. We have a great team here at Bishop's. They go through an extreme vetting process. Everyone is required to have prior experience with trucking, and everyone does end up getting a Class A CDL license. This is what they do every single day. Oversized transport is what we do.
Is there a reason why you're doing this?
The money's great. Make a lot of money. But my family is very understanding of my job. They know why I'm doing it, to benefit my family, and it's okay. 5 days a week and just seeing them on the weekend. I got 3 small kids, and not small, 12, 13, and 17, but it's just not part of being a father is being around, and it's just hard not to be there 5 days a week. And it's hard being away from my kids. Keep moving forward. We need to deliver this boat, and I'm gonna make sure that that happens.
And I know with all confidence that my team is the perfect team for this job.
Clear the wires. Tree limbs on the right up here too, where he's at. Alright, right down the zipper.
The zipper is the middle of the street, because when you have the marks on the street, it looks like the zipper on a jacket. So when they call out on the radio, ride the zipper, that means to ride in between the 2 lanes.
Watching your escort out in front of you is extremely important. You have to be on your radio at all times to make sure that everyone that's around you, front and rear, can communicate.
He hit some wires up there. You gotta back it down a little bit. Alright, cleared the wires. Herbie, last car's gonna be a Buick. After that, we gotta go oncoming. He hit all the wires over there.
I think we just gotta be aware of our surroundings, man. Look for cables ahead of us, construction,
Clear the trees. Now you can go oncoming all the way down.
oncoming traffic, because we do drive in the middle of the street because we really don't have room on either side.
These wires right here, you tap both sticks down. Okay, good. Just go nice and slow.
It's not like I get a chance to think about what I'm gonna do before I do it. No, it's just an act.
Alright, cleared the wires.
This is what we specialize in. This is what we do every day. That's why Accelerator Boat Works did choose us for this job.
Super excited to get to this point. This is kind of one of the very last steps of the process for us. It's a custom one-off build that throughout the process really grew into something big and complex. And logistically, by the end of the project, it probably became a little more of a feat than we originally sought out when we started the project.
The reason I like working for Bishop is, first of all, Riley, the owner of the company, is amazing. He takes care of us. He makes sure we have everything that we need to have to make the job happen.
So there's a lot of trust involved when you have an operation this large, this big dimensionally, for a company like Accelerator Boat Works to trust us to come and move this boat.
We've worked with Bishops numerous times in the past with different boats. They've hauled boats to the North Carolina coast for us, all the way down here to this exact yard in Florida. Always had a great experience with them. We knew they were the right people for the job. As far as the process goes, we couldn't be happier. Everything went as we were told it would, on time, safely, undamaged, so can't wait to do the next one.
The help was amazing. We had state troopers and we had our own escorts and high pole. Without all these moving parts coming together, this wouldn't have happened. This is the toughest move that I have ever done working here. What's going to come along down the road is going to be endless opportunities.